Alright, starting with the belt meridian grinding exercise. So taking a stance a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You can have the hands waist level. You're going to make circles going counterclockwise to start. So the belt meridian is the energy channel going around the waist here. Your intention as the hands go forward is going through the front of the waist. As your hands draw back, intention goes through the back of the waist. Just let your breath be natural for this exercise. You can also let your weight shift from one leg to the other as you're doing it. So you're going to do 9 times one way and then reversing, going the other direction, again 9 times. So a big part of it is your intention. Again, bringing the intention through the front of the waist, through the back of the waist. Now after you've done 9 times, go in both directions. Then you're going to switch and do a larger circle. So hands go a little further and then you're twisting all the way to the side. So through the back and then through the front. Letting the weight shift from one leg to the other. You can switch going the other way. Again, doing 9 times for the larger circle as well. So through the front of the waist, through the back of the waist. Then after you've done 9 times both ways, you can bring the energy back. So just resetting the energy through the body, inhaling as you're drawing in, exhale as the energy goes down. Okay, now moving on to heaven and earth open and close exercise. So expanding from your center of the lower abdomen, what's called middle Dantian. Going to inhale as the arms open, exhale as you gather back. So you can think of a couple things here. So one is how the energy expands out to your extremities, so to your 2 feet, to your 2 hands, to your head, and then gathering back. So inhale, expanding out to those 5 points, exhale, gather back. Now you can also think of how you're opening to the energy above, gathering from the energy below. So it's called opening heaven and then closing earth, opening to the energy above, the yang energy, gathering from the energy below, the yin energy, and always coming back to your center. Now we're going to reverse. So now you're opening to the sides and then gathering from the front. So this one's called closing heaven and opening earth. So again, you're just mixing the energy from the earth, from the energy in the atmosphere above, gathering to your center. Inhale, open, exhale, close. You've done 9 times both ways. You can bring the energy back once again. Inhaling as you're drawing in. Exhale, let the energy go to your lower abdomen. Okay, now we're going to just gather to the middle Dantian, center of the lower abdomen, alternating the hands as you draw in. You can just let your breath be natural for this one. You can do it 9 times. Okay, now we're just going to move on to doing some shaking. So shaking out the left leg, shake out the right leg, shaking the thighs side to side, shake the hips, upper body, shoulders and arms, bouncing whole body. Take some deep breaths here, trying to let the body relax. And then we'll bring the energy back once again, resetting, bringing the energy down through the central channel. Okay, now just doing a little self-massage, starting with some padding, going down the outside of the legs, coming up the inside, patting the waist, up the arm, down the inside of the arm, up the outside, down the inside. Now doing specific points, so base of the forearm, top of the forearm, base of the shoulder, doing the other side. Okay, now we're going to pat the shoulder well, area between the shoulder and neck. Hand and back is patting the kidney point, letting the breath be natural for this one. You can let your knees bend a little bit so there's some springiness in the legs. Now you can do any of these exercises longer if you like. Find what feels good for you. Okay, now massaging the back of the neck with your fingers, massaging the base of the skull where the neck connects into the skull with your thumbs. Now going over the top of the head, down the front, so inhale up, exhale down, bringing energy through the brain. You can do this 9 times. And the last one, let the energy go down. Now we'll move on to Dantian Rotation, so embracing your lower abdomen and rotating in a circle. Inhale up, exhale down. So hands are moving in a circle, but you're also rotating your center, feeling the integration between the inside and outside. You can do this 9 times. After you've done 9, then you can reverse, go in the other direction. After you've done 9 times each way, then you can settle into your Wuji stance for standing meditation. Now, as you're standing for standing meditation, there's 3 points that you want to line up here. So one is at the crown of the head, what's called the Ba Hui point. One is at the base of the spine, called the Hui Yin point. And then at the bottom of the foot in the center is called the bubbling well point, or the Yang Quan. So those 3 points should stack over one another. So you have a physical alignment there. There's also an energetic alignment. Trying to let the body relax while at the same time listening for that alignment in the body. So that the knees bend slightly, relax your hips, soften the muscles in the face. And just focusing into your lower abdomen, you can feel the breath moving in the lower abdomen. Abdomen rises and lowers down with each breath, letting the mind be quiet and calm. You can always stay here longer, but at least stay in for a minute or two just to let everything integrate at the end of your practice. All right, well, thank you for joining this HUNYUAN Qigong practice. If you found any benefit, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing, and see you next time.